Hello and welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on Christmas in May. This is a monthly hop that we do each month on the 25th, and we create a Christmas layout. And this month I am showcasing a little gifty that I got. I participated in kind of a little swap with some friends. There are 4 of us in the group, and we each made little Christmas bags full of stuff. And this is mine. We're supposed to open them on the 12th of each month, and starting with January, and that didn't happen. One of our swap members had a lot of stuff going on, and not everybody got their little baggie of stuff in January in time to start. So I've been holding off opening these, but now I've got 5 envelopes to use, so I thought I'd go ahead and start playing with these. So let's talk about what was in the envelope. So first off, this is the envelope, and I've opened it as carefully as possible. And this is the little card. I think these are the little cards that were on it. Phineas, my kitten, kind of took these apart, but I think it went like that. And so that's the envelope. This was a smaller envelope that had some of these other items inside it. I'm actually not sure where that came from, if it was on the card or something. I think maybe it was. But I pulled it. It says "Let It Snow," and then there's some memory decks card pieces. I think there's 4 of these. Yes, there are 4 of these in here. Some tickets. She made little tiny ticket embellishments. There's this little epoxy snowflake, and then some dies, which are quite cute. So I'm going to make a layout out of this. I have 4 photos. This is of my cat, Jasper, playing with Emily's stuff from her stocking on Christmas morning. I am adding in a die, some labels, and some stickers, alpha stickers. And then I have had, I can't find it now, a little scrap of wood grain here that is also, it was sitting over here to my right hand side so that I would use it. It's just a little piece of wood grain, a little pink on the back, but I think I'm going to use that. So I'm going to pause, we're going to get started, and I will be right back. All right, the background paper was just a piece that I had in my stash, so I just pulled that out to use. I'm clearing my little workspace now so I can get started. I'm going to use this bag that my little swap came in as part of my background, as it is. I love that it gives it a little bit of texture with the folded envelope. That's kind of fun. Now I'm cutting down my photos. I think all of my small photos will end up being around 3 by 3. The very last one is actually just a tad bit taller than 3 by 3 because of the way Jasper is sitting in the photo. I didn't want to chop off an ear or a foot, so I just left it as tall as it was after I trimmed it down. Of course, I have a 4 by 4 photo as well. It's going to be the focal photo, and I'm going to just surround the other 3 photos along that lower left-hand corner, or right-hand corner of my main photo. So the little envelope that was in this, the larger envelope, I cut the tab off so that I could flip it over so that the color would be visible. It's just kind of gives you an idea that it's open, but it also gives a place for my little tag to rest. I like the idea of using one of those bells up there in that top corner, but I think I don't think, I know I switch it out for the green one because the silver one just kind of disappears on my background. I was going to try to use up all of those tickets, and I end up only using 2 of them. I'm going to use this Memorydex piece as a kind of a layering piece behind my main photo. And I scuffed up the edges that you're going to see just a little bit with my Tim Holtz Distress tool. I have, I think I like where everything's placed so far. I'm going to go ahead and get my title up here on the top. I'm titling this Christmas Play because when our kids were little, immediately after opening presents, they wanted to sit in the living room and play with everything. So that's just where the title came from. Those letters were from an older Freckled Fawn kit, and I recently tore apart all of my Freckled Fawn kits that had the smaller papers, and then started sorting like the alphas in with my smaller alphas and the chipboard with my chipboard, that sort of thing. And so these were laying on top of where my smaller alphas go because I hadn't put them away yet. And I'm kind of glad I didn't because they look pretty good with this layout. And like I said, I'm just titling it Christmas Play. I'm loosely laying those letters down at this point. I will smooth them down later. I'm just kind of giving myself an idea of where I think they should go, and I'm pretty happy with that placement. Trying to make sure that I have room to still put my Jingle Bell up there on that upper right hand corner. I'm gonna go ahead and put another little label from that label set. The labels came from a Cocoa Daisy kit, and they're out because I opened up that kit recently and was pulling things. You just saw me make sure that the die fit in the envelope so that when I cut the tag with the die, I know that it will actually work. I will also mask off that tag before stamping my journaling lines. I have some journaling lines on a stamp block that I just keep there all the time. If you've watched me before, you know that I have that kind of right near where I work. That way I can grab it as I need stamped journaling lines. I don't use it as often as I used to, but that's okay. All right, this layout is completely finished. I'm going to add some twine here and here to those holes, and that will finish it. I haven't yet because I did some splatters with my favorite white ink spray, and they're not dry, and I don't want to risk smearing them. So I will have those photos at the end. Will show the layout with the twine already added. I did a lot of layering up with the embellishments that my friend made for me. I do have some left over. I have one more ticket, which I need to reattach the cute little Christmas tree to, and I have that little snowflake flare, and then some of the die cuts left over because I only used the one. But for the most part, I used up all of the first month's little baggie, and so hopefully next month I'll remember to open up the second bag and use it for Christmas in June. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Just click that button down below. It'll always be free to subscribe to my channel, so no worries there. And also make sure that you check out the playlist linked in my description box below. It is the Christmas in 2025 playlist. So all of the videos from everybody who has participated so far this year will be down there, and that's super fun. So I hope that you guys will have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye.